and Draft.
Hey y'all, it's Kirsten Crucible, which means it's time for Crafts and Draft with Kirsten. Today, we're switching things up a little bit. I've got two guests on the show, and I'm gonna be starting with the craft and then getting to the beer. But don't worry, I'll make sure to be drinking while I'm crafting. Let's get going. Today, we're gonna start with our craft. And I have my good friend, Sarah Beaver on this show.
Hello.
Sarah is making the show change a little bit, and why is that, Sarah?
Because my husband knocked me up.
Luckily, we're getting him on the show later, and he's gonna drink up with me.
Yes, he's drinking for two now.
Now, this is gonna be our beer today. I will talk about it later. You're just gonna watch me drink it up today on the craft. Sarah is not drinking beer, so do not freak out. This is just tea. Cheers to an interesting episode.
Cheers. I'm jealous of you.
Sarah, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 8.5 months pregnant,
Woo!
which is, it is really exciting. Getting pretty uncomfortable.
Yes,
But-
and you are having...
A girl.
Lovely. The very special thing about Sarah and Joey, they are the Beavers and what I like to call Camp Beaver fam band.
Yeah.
They're the lovely duo that is behind the Crafts and Draft with Kirsten intro.
Crafts and Draft. Crafts and Draft.
My husband and I both have backgrounds in music in kind of different ways, both of us. But yeah, we're really excited to be a part of the show in that way. So thank you for letting us do that. We had a lot of fun doing it.
So yeah, we'll talk to Joey more about that and how he got that wrapped up. And then
Yes.
Sarah's lovely voice is on there. So the Crafts and Draft, that's going to get stuck in your head.
Crafts and Draft.
Yeah!
In honor of Little Miss Baby Beaver, we are making baby crinkle sheet toys.
It's actually one of my favorite baby products as a nanny. It's something that's very useful, so I'm pretty excited about that.
We are crafty, but we're not crafty enough to come up with it. So we got this from So Easy. Let's look at our supplies. First supply, scissors.
Dun dun dun! Ribbon!
Got a whole jar of them. Fabric.
You need a sewing machine. Straight pins.
Needles, crinkle paper.
Crinkle paper. These are cereal bags. That is brilliant!
I'm gonna drink some beer. She's gonna drink some faux beer. Step 1. Choose our 12 ribbons.
Yes.
And what you're gonna do is fold them in half. And she says to baste them, which, if you don't know anything about sewing, is essentially just sticking them on there with a pin and then sewing them.
So pin them.
And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just pin it like this. You're gonna pin it in.
Oh my god. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah. We have our ribbons pinned. We are going to now sew them on there. Sarah and I have not used a sewing machine since home ec. So, this is about to be really interesting.
It's gonna be cute, y'all.
We're gonna just hope for the best here.
Should I hand stitch mine while you're doing that and see who wins? That looks beautiful!
It's
Phenomenal. The ribbons are basted.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you try mine. Okay.
I'm pushing it really slow. Look at me, super mom.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to drink some beer from Ironmonger Brewery.
It smells delightful.
You're gonna take your other fabric and take your outside, I guess, put it on top of the ribbons. And then you're gonna take your piece of cereal paper, aka your crinkle paper, and put it on top. And again, you're gonna pin these in. The key to this part is leaving a gap, enough to shove it through. All right, so we're gonna pack the old sewing machine we know how to use so well. You're just gonna do like a 1/4 inch seam, if that means anything to you.
I'm getting inspired, Crafts and Draft.
I love that it's just recycled cereal bag. Such a part of Crafts and Drafts is using what you have. So in the end, you can kind of see that where it's stitched around the edge. I've left a gap right here. So we're gonna get to that after Sarah does her sewing.
Part of condensation too, right? The baby's moving like crazy right now.
So, okay, you've left your gap. So what you're gonna do now is gonna be, it's the tricky part. You gotta flip them inside out.
This
to get
is
through.
so cute!
These are gonna be so much fun. And all the last step is to tuck in that last corner, and then we're gonna sew that up.
Or in my case, an entire side.
And then we're gonna give this a stitch. So we have done it.
I feel like I'm a little bit surprised at how easy it was for like people that aren't super skilled with their machines.
What we realized about ours though is we didn't tuck the tags in far enough. When you make yours, do pay attention to that. But they crinkle. Crafted crafts and drafts with Kirsten. Now let's figure out what I've been drinking this entire time and why I'm already Googled it. Cheers. We've kicked Sarah off the show because now we're gonna get to the beer. So I've invited her husband Joey instead.
Hello.
Joey, tell us about yourself.
I'm from a town in Indiana called Lafayette. Moved to Chicago in 2010 to study music and production. Moved down to Atlanta with my wife, whom I knocked up about 8.5 months ago.
Scandalous.
We're about to have a baby.
Yay! Joey's the brains behind my intro music.
So my idea for it was to use the sounds of the tools and materials that are used in the craft and to use the sounds from those to make the song.
Yeah, so we did it. It was a really awesome day. We took sound bites of beer taps opening, scissors,
Sewing machine sounds, buttons in a jar. We got
pouring
creative.
beer in.
Yep.
That's very intro. So he is the genius behind all that. This beer is called the Crucible.
Which is amazing.
Ironmonger. This is their Imperial Stout. So you can see it. It's just dark as you'll ever have.
Gorgeous.
This beer is 11% ABV. Yeah, which is insane. Let's just go ahead and drink some and then we'll talk about what it tastes like. It's so good, but it's really hard to chug.
It's a sipper.
Can you tell me, what did you feel you tasted on this?
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Choco.
Ooh, chocolate. There's light vanilla hint.
Oakiness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was aged in bourbon barrels.
Yes, okay, so the Crucible beer has been aged for 4 months in a bourbon barrel. That's what gives it all its flavor. That's why there's kind of, you get a bourbon-y taste.
I could never have enough bourbon taste. This is great.
This is great. So what makes this beer really exceptional is this is the first phase of this. They actually took a bunch of this beer, barreled it into different barrels, so there's still some of the Crucible aging out in some of the barrels that they're gonna open up next month. Next month they're gonna have a coffee aged variant of this.
So I'm excited to have that one too.
Well,
Cheers.
Ironmonger is a great place to hang out. Please do check out their website because they're open Tuesday through Sunday, but every day their hours are a little bit different. Ironmonger has a lot of great events coming up. They regularly have food trucks, awesome games, giant Jenga, beer tastings, giant Connect 4. It's amazing. Yes.
Where are they located?
Excellent question. They're located in Marietta. Some upcoming events for Ironmonger. On April 7th, what are they having?
National Beer Day!
National Beer Day! Who's gonna be there?
Celia Gary Music.
It's gonna be a party. Ironmonger. To their delicious ass beers.
Delicious ass beers. It's a lot to chug.
Yeah.
Mark my words, I will be back on season 3.
Getting lit.
we will have drinks. Hopefully. Hopefully we won't be in the same pickle. It's not a pickle. We're really excited, but right now it sure feels like a pickle.
It's real frustrating.